played really tough opponents. West has gone out of state, played Colquitt County in Georgia. They've also played Clovis East up in Salt Lake, so a team from California. That was a really competitive game. Just couldn't pull out both of those two. On the other side, American Fork has played really tough opponents. Also, one of those opponents was Corner Canyon, who just defeated IMG Academy. And on another opponent was Orem last week, which we covered right there at Orem High School. And it came down to a second half where American Fork China just was one-dimensional by far. Now, Chad, I want a rules expert tonight, as well as a little bit of background on both of these teams. Your thoughts on the matchup, Chad?
Well, my thoughts are this. It's just what Ron was saying. Somebody's going to come out here with a win tonight, and both teams are hungry for it. Covered the American Fork game last. They had an incredible first half and ready to roll. Second half, timing. Their timing was off. Team accepted personal fouls. And one of the things that's going to cost them, I really want to see what happens on their offense, because it starts with the center. And their center is out until the third quarter because he got his 2 personal fouls at the end of the third quarter last week. So he only had 1 quarter out. So he has to sit out the first half and the third quarter before he can come back in. That's huge. He was out with a concussion protocol. He's back. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. But timing was a big issue. Their special teams was great in the first half. Second half, they had 3 blocked field goals and a blocked extra point. Timing. Timing is the key.
All right, they're doing the coin flip right now. We're going to take a quick, short break. We'll be back on the other side with the opening kickoff and action right here at American Fork. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on ESPN 960. How long is this one?
Can't even get there.
20-second commercial? Just try and run it. See if
No, 100%. I got you. All right, time. Here we go.
Yeah. Also, make sure we...
ESPN 960 just got better. You can now listen to ESPN Wasatch Front on the 105.1 HD2 dial. Philly Sports Talk with Bryce Larson, Cougar Sports with Ben Criddle, Kalani Sitaki, and BYU football. Todd Phillips and Utah Valley basketball. Even Major League Baseball and NBA hoops. All of your favorite shows.
Well, I'm Bryce Larson alongside Ron Weaver III and Chad Saunders, our 3-man weave booth here tonight at American Fork High School. American Fork takes on West. We just broke it down a little bit for you. One thing I do want to let you know, we are streaming right here on the 960 AM dial live over the airways in Utah County. We're also live on ESPN 960 on the YouTube channel. We just are having a little bit of technical difficulties with the video side of things, so you can hear the audio over on our YouTube channel, but no video, unfortunately. We'll still be working the scoreboard and trying to do the best that we can, bringing you all of the action here tonight. As we get ready for the opening kickoff, a couple of keys to the game here, and we talked about it a little bit in our pregame show. Ron, a couple of the keys to the game, it feels like established 2 times last week against Orem. So it feels like running the ball for American Fork is going to be a big deal tonight.
Absolutely. You got to run the football. That's just a lot of stress on your quarterback. To ask so much of him to ask the passing game, that really allows the defense to sit in cover 2, Bryce. Just sit in that cover 2 and force you and sit down on those flat routes, those over-the-middle routes. So if American Fork doesn't come out and establish a run early, which I think is what the game...
They definitely will. On the other side, West has a dangerous offensive attack led by their quarter on this West High team, as well as...
Threw for 300 yards almost last week, Bryce, and 3 touchdowns.
Very impressive. The kick from right to left through the back of the end zone. We are underway here at American Fork High School. American Fork takes the field on the defensive side of the football. And West, led by that powerful offense and that quarterback, Camden Lopati, will take the field.
Don't let Camden get comfortable early. He can use his legs, not afraid to use his legs. Like you already mentioned, Bryce, the leading rusher. If there's space, if there's a lane, he'll do it. I guarantee there are going to be design runs tonight for him as well.
Absolutely. He can improvise. Reminds me a little bit of Jaden Daniels. It's a good comp for quarterback Camden Lopati at 6'4". He is tall. In the gun, Hamilton to his left. He'll take the gain of just a couple of yards. On the defensive side, Chad, you called the game last week for American Fork on the defensive side. What do you want to see from them?
They've got to stay at home. They've got to stay at home and keep containment, or he's going to do just what you were saying, Ron. He's going to get out there and he's going to run, and he's going to run all day. So if they can stay disciplined, that's going to be a real key for them in controlling one half of his arsenal.
Camden back in the off, goes off right tackle, gets upended about 3 yards shy of the first down marker. So that will bring up right about 3rd down and 3 to go. So far, American Fork has the opportunity to get off the field in a short yardage situation. Back in the gun. Lopati takes a snap, another run up the middle, and he's going to be stopped a little bit short, just about a yard short.
They may give it to, it looks like from the spot, it looked like the ball that he reached the ball out to the 30, but the official on the side here stopped him about a yard short.
They're going to go for it too. And I wouldn't expect anything less with Camden back there. Short yardage situation. I assume there's going to be a QB sneak.
Test for that defensive line to see if they can stay disciplined, not jump off sides, not give them the free eat.
Now 29-yard line, a 4th and a yard. Now a timeout is called by West. They wanted to see what the defense was showing. They wanted to see what down a little bit. So now they're going to take a timeout here to rethink.
Little confusion out there in the backfield. Looks like Louis Hamilton was trying to figure out what the play call was looking at the sound. Looked like everybody else was set, but it's important to have all 11 guys ready. Can't take a false start in that situation deep in your own end if you're going for it.
The one thing to take into account with this West offensive line in a 4th and 1 situation, you can have athletes along the offensive line. One guy, Brian Tapu, committed to Nebraska. You've got Rob Lapuaho. He is committed to Arizona State. You've got Vai Ikakula committed to Stanford. So you've got 3-star guys all across that offensive line. I wouldn't be surprised if they, in fact, here we go. They're lining back up to go for it. Under center is Lopati. He'll take the snap and move forward. And the scrum looks like they will get the first down.
That was just a snowplow. I mean, that was just a snowplow, and he was driving it, and they went straight through.
Led by those three-star offensive linemen, Ron.
Absolutely. Like I said, when you got three-star linemen on the front line, Ben, and Bryce, and you're going that fast, you're not going to take that away from the kid. He's going to do that all game.
West yet to throw the ball. Once again, goes to Hamilton off tackle. Gets upended just past the 40-yard line, almost out to the 43.
9 yards on that game, Bryce.
So now they'll set up 2nd and 1 to go. Still to Hamilton up the middle. He'll easily
getting tired right now. This American Fork defense. Run. Have not seen a pass yet, and converting too. He had the 4th down conversion with Lopati, and now 9-yard gain, and now he gets a 5-yard gain.
West really testing the 3-man front of the American. Once again in the gun, Hamilton to his right. Lopati takes the snap, drops back. It's a pass.
Wide open
over the middle. He's got it down to the 10-yard line. A great pitch and catch. You run it 5 times up the gut, Chad.
And that was completely because they've been all those runs. You saw the middle linebacker that was back a little ways. He was cheating up, anticipating a run, and he was able to get in behind him and get that. Just what you say, Bryce, a pitch and catch. Great play there on that first pass play.
That's Chachi Pan right over there over the middle, taking that almost to the house.
Back in the gun. They'll hand it off up the middle. This time he is met by a bevy of cavemen as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They were ready for that one.
You're starting to see the defensive backfield of the cavemen starting to try to cheat up because they're anticipating everything going to be a run, and that's going to bite them in the butt if they keep doing that.
Beautiful play call. See those defensive backs get their eyes in the backfield? That's right when you call pass.
The ball current 12-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 11. So the opportunity to still get a first down for. Back in the gun is Lopati. Hamilton once again to his left. He'll take it himself to the left side, right up into the end zone, but a flag
looks like it might be on the West offense. It was in that area where there's a holding or maybe a block.
Definitely got somebody downfield for sure. I think those ones coming back.
Yeah. There's no jubilation on the West side.
Vi Ikakula had his hands up in the air like, it wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Yeah, that's usually a
Normally-
telltale sign.
Yeah,
Normally that's the
normally,
guy that's guilty.
if you're just joining us, about 7:55 to go here in this first quarter. Apologies for the technical difficulties on the YouTube stream on the video side of things. Still getting audio through to YouTube, but you can hear us right here on the 960 AM dial as well as over on the ESPN 960 mobile app. West lines back up. Second down and 18 to go after the penalty. It was, in fact, holding on West. Lopati drops back. It's a QB sneak. He tries, and a late flag comes in.
I don't agree with that one. He started his slide late, and the defensive player was already into his motion to go down for the tackle. That's a hard one.
They want to protect the quarterback. I understand that. Safety is the most important, especially at this young stage of the game. The defender has every right to complete that tackle.
Yeah, especially if he starts so late. But
unfortunate right there for American Fork. You get a stop, a guy that's elusive, and now they put some deep.
It is what it is, and you just gotta focus and just don't let it get in your head.
They'll line it back up once again. This time, running backs in the backfield on either side of Lopati. Now some whistles, and we might have a clock issue. No, we're going to get a sideline warning over towards West's sideline as West's head coach explanation. Solovi comes out to about the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
So it'll be third down, 7 yards to go. Clock running at 7:30 left in the first quarter. West knocking on the door inside. He takes the snap. He'll hand it off right up the middle. Met down at the 1-yard line.
The far side officials focusing on his knee, was tapping his knee, saying he was down before he got to the end zone.
That was Hamilton on the scamper up the middle. And that should be a first down. So a fresh set of downs. That's exactly what it is. Probably going to see that rugby scrum come back out here, Ron.
Yeah, you're going to see the official. That's exactly what's going to happen.
That's exactly what happens. He's pushing. Although he might have gotten stuffed.
They did a great job of twisting him the back tried to get in there and get the ball and push him forward, but they were having none of it. You got to give American Fork credit that time. That was a great stand on that particular play.
The back in that situation can't be hesitant. If you're going to go, you got to go and push your quarterback. He waited. Don't get the touchdown.
Yeah. So they'll set it back up. Second down, 1 yard to go on the 1-yard line. Lopati takes the snap. He'll hand it off to the right. American Fork, 2 plays in a row from the 1-yard line. That'll bring up third down and 1 yard to go, Ron.
This would be big right now for American Fork. This would get all the juice, momentum back your way over the middle. And now they had the pick. You gave them one back, and now to have 3 crucial stops almost. This would be big for the defense.
Lopati once again in the gun. 2 running backs to either side. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off out wide. There's a bevy of cavemen. He goes down. And once again, American Fork stands up on D.
So now, I would have said if they would have stopped him up short, they went for it already on fourth down once. You're sure they're going to go for it on fourth down again. Now I wonder, though, where it's like a 4th and goal from the 5. Do they go for it or do they take the 3?
And it looks like there is quite a bit of personnel changed.
It looks like, they've got the up there. So there's definitely a kick coming.
5:15 to go in the first quarter. West will line up for the kick. The snap, hold,
got it.
Barely gets through. That was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and it was able to get up and through for 3. So West takes the early 3-0 lead after a wild opening series, Ron.
Yeah, that was crazy. You have the penalty that puts you back, and then to get the penalty back. But great job by American Fork. The defensive line, got to give them a shout out right there to stop them, not allow them, especially on the twist. That Philly special, if you look at higher levels of play, really hard to stop guys doing that, to be able to twist the quarterback, to stop him, to push him out, and then to almost have a blocked field goal. American Fork, although down 3, has some good.
Their defense has got to be happy coming out of that, only giving up 3. And it was the classic cliche, bend, don't break. And that's exactly what they did. And like you say, they bulldogged him. It was like watching a rodeo. They bulldogged him on that Philly special. They were able to keep the ball parallel to end zone, give them all the credit in the world for giving up only 3 points.
West will now kick off left to right. Hear it right here on ESPN 960. Want to take a second to thank our sponsors, our title sponsors here, Intermountain Bobcat, helping homeowners for their projects since 1995. We appreciate Intermountain Bobcat for being a presenting sponsor of Utah high school football right here on the 960 AM dial. Oscar Peche on to kick this off. Had the field goal just a few seconds ago. It was a great job by that American Fork defense. Peche puts his leg into it. It's a little bit of a squib off the front line of American Fork. It's bouncing around, and West dives on it.
West is going to get it.
It also doesn't matter if it bounces off of an American Fork front linesman, and that's exactly what happened.
That was designed. That was not by accident. That was a squib straight into the player. It was designed to do that, to catch him off guard. Excellent special teams play there right off the start.
And that's exactly what it was. It was designed. They knew American Fork wouldn't be ready. On their heels, had the momentum, caught him napping, caught him sleeping, and West has the ball back. Dart or dagger to the heart for American Fork, because come up with these big stops.
That tired American Fork defense back out on the field just barely went through an 80-yard drive. Now the American Fork offense yet. We're 5 minutes through the first quarter. Lopati back in the gun. He'll fake the handoff, pull up across the middle. That's Pan once again, all the way to the end zone. Wide open touchdown, Panthers.
Wow. Same play that they had before, Bryce, that they had when they went to their first pass play. Caught the defensive back nappings. Linebacker comes down, goes right over the middle. Same route, too. Got to correct that on defense.
Sneaking up there, thinking that they have to stop the run. It all goes back to what we talked about at the beginning, discipline. And you've got to be playing back. You've got to anticipate that pass. The guy is a pass-run option. You can't ignore the pass just because he's got the run starting early. Huge momentum turn.
Got to get your eyes out of the backfield. Defensive backs and linebackers continue to have their eyes in the backfield. Lopati made him pay.
Yeah.
Oscar Peche back on to try for the point after. And there's penalties on the snap. Might have someone that left a little bit early.
Yeah, they're going to back him up.
That's exactly what it was. False start on West. They'll back up a bit. Now it gets a little bit interesting.
Well, and kicking's all about timing. And on that last field goal, his timing, he seems real, like a little bit plodding. So I'm interested to see how he goes with his timing on this. Also, I think that's one reason they did the sneak play on the kickoff. I don't know that he has a super strong leg. It'll be interesting to see what happens as the game goes on.
Snaps down, and it's blocked. So American Fork keeps them at least 1 point off the board. It's now 9-0 in favor of West, and we'll head back to the kickoff once again, Ron.
Absolutely, and Chad's right. Maybe he doesn't have a strong leg. That's the second time you saw that. My thoughts exactly when it got backed up of this is going to make your kick tougher. So now, if you're American Fork, that's a strength of yours that you can use. Don't let him get into the end zone. Force him to take field goals, because this kicker is going to obviously struggle the whole night.
Yeah, and now I'm interested to see. Now I want to go back and say, we're giving credit for a sneak play. I wonder if they're just going to squib kick all night, and maybe it just happened to hit off him. So it'll be interesting to see what they do on this kickoff.
You have to be aware if you're American Fork. They'll fool you twice. Don't get fooled again. If you're American Fork, make sure that you're aware of the squib kick coming. When it happens, fall right on it. Get a short field, help your offense out.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yep.
Want to thank another one of our sponsors. Fans, stick around after the game. We'll get into the PostNet post-game show. We'll tell you who the Defense Drinks defensive player of the game is. So make sure you stick around for that. They'll kick from left to right, and we'll see if they get a little in with this kickoff.
In all my years of covering football, I have never watched the kicking game as closely as I have the last 2 weeks. It's been a real adventure in both games.
Yeah, last week, Cade Wilkinson for American Fork had a punt return for a touchdown. Now here's another kick over to the sideline. This time fair caught, smart play there by American Fork.
So it's going to be what you were talking about, Ron. That I don't think he has the leg.
And that's smart by American Fork right there, right? That means good job by the coaching staff. Get their homework. Understand, hey, be prepared for anything. Onside, squib, short kick like that. Saw it, fair caught it, got the ball.
That's the coach's son, Noah Bem. So he's high football IQ.
He will be allowed to go home tonight.
making the fair catch for American Fork. Now, David Gaisford trots out onto the field to lead this American Fork offense. Got a man next to him in the backfield. He'll take the snap, look to his right, fire over the middle, and just a little bit too far outside the reach of his wide receiver.
Again, pan and coverage, playing both right there for the coverage. It's a good miss, though, by the quarterback. If you're going to miss, you want to miss long. Don't miss short, especially in double coverage right there because it's going to the house.
That pass intended for Dyson Richards comes into this game with 8 receptions, 120 yards. So once again, Gaisford lines up in the shotgun to his right. He'll turn and hand it off right up the middle. He bounces it outside, across the 50.
Terrific vision there, Ron.
100%. Like you said, Chad, terrific vision. Sees the hole is breaking down, notices nobody's in front of him on the left, cuts left, doesn't cut right for the loss, turns into a first down, big gain.
We did not see a lot of that last week. So, and a lot of that, you have to give a hat tip to the Orem defense. They were able to stop that, and they're a little bigger. They were a little bigger than this West team is. But yeah, that was just great vision.
That was Afu on the carry.
Chachi Pan again on the stop there.
Takes the snap, turns and hands it off right up the middle. Afu, the line of scrimmage, no gain. 4:18 left on the clock. 9-0 ball game. If you're just joining us right here on 960 AM, American Fork up about the 45-yard line, 44-yard line, heading in. Gaisford takes the snap. He'll drop back, look to his left. He'll fire it down the sideline. That one's picked off. That's Jackson Tawala down the sidelines. That's his first interception of the season. Jackson Tawala gets the turnover for the Panthers.
Bad read by the quarterback sitting there. Triple coverage. Bryce sees it locked up. Forces a pass that doesn't need to be forced. Eyes locked in. Jackson Tawala, great play.
He just looked like he threw it right to him. It didn't even look like he was going to his receiver. It looked like he was throwing that right to number 10.
A little bit of a miscommunication between quarterback David Gaisford and his intended wide receiver. Looked like Gaisford thought he was inside. His wide receiver tried to cut the route short, run it down on the sideline, maybe looking for a back shoulder ball. Didn't quite get that.
100%. And great job by, the West defense. Obviously, they knew that pass was going there, not just because of the eyes of the quarterback, but the minute the route started developing, you saw the defense migrate towards the right side of the ball. Got to use your eyes better and look guys off to not make that mistake going forward.
They were playing, and here's a key thing, Bryce. They just called another timeout. That's West's second timeout of the half.
3:54 to go here in the first quarter, and you're exactly right, Chad. 2 timeouts down now for the West Panthers. Now, that's really interesting because normally after a big-time turnover, American Fork's defense is incredibly tired. You want to take another shot after a sudden change play. Now they take a timeout. I wonder how that's going to affect allowing American Fork kind of get their wits about them.
Well, you're right. And will it, is this American Fork team going to get, are they going to get down or are they going to get angry? That's what I want to bag this. We're going to get the ball back, or are they just, dude, I don't know what to do.
Right.
And right now, especially with the kicking issue of Oscar not being able to convert on, a field goal that was almost blocked, he made, and then extra point, you got to push that into field goal range.
Lopati back in the gun. Fake handoff. He'll look over the middle. Once again, the safety's right there. Now it's intercepted. This time it's American Fork. Bringing it back again. Another sudden change play, and American Fork gets it right back.
That's exactly what we talked about last time. Again, now Lopati makes the same mistake. Defensive back, the safety eyeing that route the whole time. Underthrown, floats it out there. Maybe got a little bit too casual because they've been running the ball. Good job by the defense. Not having their eyes in the backfield turns into an interception.
Well, and he was playing back behind, and he waited. He didn't, much better time that time. And Bryce, back-to-back potential defensive plays of the game.
That's exactly right. That time it was Beckham Reese with the INT, the first interception for American Fork on the defensive side of the football this year. Gaisford takes the snap. He'll look right, fires down the sideline into triple coverage.
Oh, wow.
Couple of guys there bounced off multiple West defenders.
He's gambling a lot this first quarter. I mean, that's a couple balls. I don't know if I was the QB, I would throw, and if I was the coach, I don't know if it's the two throws I'd want.
Josh Allen for sure trying to fit it into tight windows. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I love the confidence, but got to be a little bit smarter with the football.
Well, up and underneath,
got to take your check down to your running back there.
Yeah.
This is exactly what American Fork loves to do. Go through the air. Gaseford back in the gun. Takes the snap. Looks quick pass to the sideline. That's caught across the middle.
82 there on the
Vahile on the stop right there.
Okay, editorial note. As an announcer, can we convince all schools to stop with numbers?
Doesn't help.
With the all grays with the red numbers, not helping us up here in the booth. Gaseford back in the gun. That one is caught. Fighting for more yardage across the 25-yard line.
Oh, Friday night smackdown there.
100%.
Wrestling.
Somebody must have been interchanneling their Hulk Hogan right there. Love that by the receiver, though. Catches it, gets the first down. The defender stops tackling, holds it tight, doesn't get it stripped, doesn't let him cause a fumble, and keep the legs moving. Normally see that from running backs.
Yeah.
Love to see that from a young receiver, though.
Cade Wilkinson with that reception. Now American Fork will line it back up. 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. Gaseford with two of his running backs. Out across the 23-yard line, so a gain of just a couple.
Again, Pan on the stop. Great read coming down there in the box. Seeing it that it was a flat route to the running back right there. Good tackle.
Will Miney on the reception out of the backfield. Coming into this game, 17 receptions, 187 yards, and a touchdown so far this season.
Yeah, and it was interesting to see Miney in the backfield because he's most last 2 weeks or as a deep wideout. So having him in the backfield was interesting this last time.
Afu to the right of Gaseford in the gun. It's interesting. I haven't seen Madden Jensen or Luke Broadman, the two running backs but he's met by a couple of West Panther defenders.
Yeah, definitely interesting to not see those guys. Maybe going with the bigger back, this time around, trying to maybe wear down the line. And then when you want to get into your play action speed options, bring him in. But yeah, interesting. Haven't seen those guys yet. Gonna need those guys tonight. Can't rely on one guy.
I think you're right, though. I think you're spot on it, Ron.
That brings up 3rd and 7. Just about a minute 15 to go here in the first quarter. American Fork threatening in the red zone.
You want to be smart in this situation, Bryce. I know that looks like you maybe get, a touchdown, get the first down, convert, move the chains. Be smart here.
Gaseford with the snap. Looks right. It's smacked out of his hands. A fumble. It's on the turf. American Fork picks it up. Can't do much with it. It's going to be a loss, but they'll retain possession.
Good opportunity to retain possession, maybe get a field goal out of it. You got Mr. Soccer coming in. Great kicker. So there's 3 points that looks like it's going to happen. Great to not let another turnover happen. That'd have been crucial, Bryce, that back-to-back turnovers, the interception, and then a strip sack right there, which really would have been bad.
So we're going to watch on this kick. I wish we had a stopwatch. Talking to their coach before the game, they want him 0.3 seconds after the snap. If he gets it around 2 seconds, it's too long and he'll get blocked.
Lewis connects. Utah Mr. Soccer for the into kick for American Fork. Snap good, hold good, kick is up in the wind. And
Just
it's no good.
Wide right.
Had enough on it, just didn't get it down. He had a little bit more time than he wanted, could have loaded that up. Definitely had the leg for it.
So West will take over, 9-0 ball game. The ball on the 30-yard line for the Panthers.
They were hitting that hard.
Sorry, the 20-yard line.
They were hitting that hard before the game about timing, and I think he was rushing it, Ron, just because he's got that clock in his head, and he's trying to get that down just right. So much of kicking is timing.
Of course, go back to that high school rules. If you miss a field goal, goes through the back of the end zone, goes to the 20-yard line as a touchback. So now West will come back out. Lopati in the gun. He'll keep it on the option right up the middle. The leading rusher breaks it off to the right. A flag flies. He's out across the 40 and down. We'll see what the flags are all about, probably in the area of holding.
Lopati limping right now. I think he might have got stepped on, maybe a rolled ankle. Limping a little bit right now, definitely in pain.
So that one will come back. Both teams starting to make their way back.
Yeah, I think it's toward the end of the run, Ron. I think he got rolled over on.
Yeah, he's down on the ground now. He's definitely in some pain.
Yeah, that's huge.
That is not a good sign. Already has one passing touchdown. He's done it with his feet. hopefully he can get back up and get ready to go.
He is definitely in some pain right now. There's something definitely going on. Just take us back to that last drive, though, for the fans, Bryce. For American Fork, looked like that the quarterback looked like after it was trying to go to Will Bain in the flat right there. Will was wide open. I think he was trying to get the first down, and if they'd completed that pass, Will actually would have had a wide open path to the end zone because there was nobody out there. But good job by the West.
It looked like it was going to be another 6 points for sure.
Absolutely.
And now we'll see what Isaiah Hawley can do. Isaiah Hawley, the backup.
Isaiah Hawley, a nothing senior. He is 1 for 1 pass for 25 yards.
Throwing out there.
He's perfect on the year.
So as I was going to say before we got into and we had the injury, if these 2 weeks are any indication, as our resident sales geek, I am going to go get a laundry service to sponsor us because we have had so much laundry on the field the last 2 weeks. Lots of penalties.
All right, looks like we're taking a quarter break. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back on the other side with more action. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on ESPN 960.
PostNet, we offer quality printing, packing, and shipping services. But we pride ourselves most on the quality relationships we forged along the way. At PostNet, we're on a first-name basis with our customers. Stop by one of our Utah PostNet locations today. You'll be greeted with a friendly attitude, experienced professionals, and the very best service. When you need it done right, get into PostNet in Draper, North Salt Lake, Spanish Fork, and West Valley City, and let them design and print your next project, ship a package, and so much more. Find us at Post.
Are you looking for equipment that works as hard as you do? Look no further than Intermountain Bobcat. Located in Orem, Ogden, and Salt Lake, we offer a wide range of Bobcat equipment. From compact tractors and mowers to loaders and excavators, we have what you need to get the job done right. Whether you're looking to buy or rent, the strength, toughness, and reliability of Bobcat equipment is perfect for your next construction or landscaping projects. Visit your local Intermountain Bobcat dealership and find equipment that can handle any job. Bobcat, one tough animal.
Watching your favorite football team, it really stinks when your star receiver is doubtful. But you know what stinks even more? When you are doubtful. There's nothing worse than a terribly timed injury. That's why defense...
Welcome back in. American Fork and West in action. Quarter 2 of action. 9-0 for the Panthers. Isaiah Hawley in the gun, in for the injured Camden Lopati, running the option out to the side, flicks it, and a gain about 5. Hamilton on the carry.
A little old school there.
Chachi Pan on the carry.
Chachi Pan lining up in the backfield alongside Lopati. Normally, Lewis Hamilton.
Little old school pitch there. Option.
Once again, apologies on the streaming side of things over on YouTube. We're audio only at the moment, having some technical difficulties, but we appreciate you working through it with us. Still have the score up and time. Back in the gun is Hawley. He'll take the snap. Once again, the option out to the left. Gang of cavemen there to make the tackle, just a gain about 2, which will bring up third down and 3 to go.
Short right here option again. Gonna see what play call do you want? Holly hasn't thrown the ball yet, a couple of run plays. West has been doing a great job of running the football, so I understand why they're sticking to it. But maybe this opportunity where you get a quick slant, short, flat route to the running back to get his arm going. Hasn't made a pass attempt yet.
I think you leave it on the ground. I do. I think you run the option and you flip it at pitch out the last minute. I think they've got that option down if they want it.
Louis Hamilton alongside Isaiah Hawley and Chachi Pan in the backfield. Go with the hard count to try and get American Fork to jump. It looked like they did jump for a second, but we do have a timeout coming from West.
But there was no contact, and he got back, and so that it didn't interfere with the play.
He did jump, but
and they used their third timeout.
None for the rest of the half.
Which, you're up 9-0. Let's see.
Play a factor. I know they're up 9-0.
Yeah, I agree.
10:37. If they wanted to extend the lead, that's going to be tough because now you can't stop the clock. You're really in a predicament now. Definitely got to get the communication right. You can't burn all 3 timeouts.
10:37 to go in the second quarter. 9-0 ball game. The ball's going to be on the 28-yard line, their own 28-yard line for West. If you're just joining us, Camden Lopati, the 6'4" sophomore quarterback for the West Panthers, went down just a couple of plays ago. Looked like a lower leg extremity issue.
They're working on him over there on the bench. You can see him over there to the far side beyond the line. They're working on him over there.
So we'll see if he can make a return to this game.
It looks like they're working on an ankle, it's like an ankle or a calf, maybe from here.
Wants to have at the point.
No,
right now.
not at all.
West will bring the troops back out on the field, and we'll get back at it. 10:37 to go. They take the snap. Holly keeps it off to the left side, gets around the corner. A flag flies,
Or
and once
laundry.
again, going to be holding on West.
Definitely interesting, Bryce, because you want to know where these holding calls, offensive linemen that have committed, you don't like to see that as the offensive line or the head coach. Again, undisciplined. That's not a couple of runs that have been brought back because of holding.
Well, and the whole play's already happened. You can just read on that. And he got it to the outside. He bounced it outside, and it would happen. Both of those holdings happened behind the play.
The rule is, remember being taught, once you see the guy go by, let go.
Yep.
10 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the first half. 9-0. West leads over American Fork. If you're just joining us, American Fork's defense has been out on the field for quite some time.
They're going to need a defense energy drink just to get through the first half.
That's exactly right. 3rd down, 7 yards to go after West is backed up due to that penalty. Isaiah in the gun alongside Louis Hamilton. Taking their time. 8 seconds to go on the play clock. They're going to have to get the snap off. Holly takes the snap, looks right, fires, and it's looked.
He's now 1 for 2.
That will bring up 4th and 7. Last 4th down. Well, West has had on in the game on their own 30-yard line. They went for it with a QB sneak on 4th and 1. They kicked the field goal that barely made it through off a tip, and now they're going to punt it away.
Definitely going to punt from this far of the end zone. You don't want to take any chances. Cam Lopati looks like he's trying to jog it off.
Yeah, I don't think though. He's still got.
He still looks like he's got the limp. I don't know if he's going to be.
He's still got a shoe off. He's got a shoe off, and he doesn't have his helmet.
Yep.
The ever dangerous Cade Wilkinson back to receive.
Looks like this is
going to have a
delay
of game penalty on West, so that will back him up even further. And with a guy like Cade Wilkinson, who had a punt return last week against Orem, it's a dangerous spot for West.
Took it to Pater with 4.2 seconds left in the first half, and kid's got great vision.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're pinned this deep, you give Will a good ball, Cade a good ball, he's going to go to the house.
The snap is away, gets the punt off barely. Fair catch called for at about the 40-yard line,
Good
and that's where
position.
American Fork will take over with exactly that great starting position.
So unless there's double numbers, we've talked about Chachi Pan a lot of time. It looks like Chachi Pan's their punter as well. I got to tell you, hat tip to him because that was a bad snap. He settled it down, and he had a guy running right at him in his face, and he still got off an incredible punt. Great job by Pan on that punt.
Definitely could have fumbled the bag there and had a bad punt that could have gone off the side of the foot and or blocked. Controlled himself, got it to the 40. Good punt. Give your defense an opportunity to make a stop.
Definitely.
So now the quarterback for American Fork, David Gaisford, will trot back out on the field, ready to lead this American Fork on his right. Gaisford looks across the middle. A great defensive play.
We just talk about how he's making plays on the offensive side of the ball. Isaiah Holly with the pass breakup right there now.
A lot of two-way players that don't come off the field for this West team.
Timing was impeccable on that. He got there right when the ball did.
Yep.
Miney did a good job last week of making those catches. And yeah, that was just a great job by Holly that time.
I'm curious to see if American Fork is now going to try and establish the run. Thought they threw it a little bit too often a week ago against Orem, about 52 times through the air. We'll see if they can settle down. Gaisford takes the snap. He'll look left, fire it, and it's tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're just throwing way too much, and that's got to be driving the coaches crazy because last week before the game, they told us they wanted to establish the run. This week before the game, they told us they wanted to establish the run. They are.
Make it clear, the first quarter when they had their drive, they had a couple of good runs to start off.
They did.
And now they've gone back to what they were doing last week of away from the run, and that's not what you want to do. They're feeling the pressure, though, of being down 9-0 and giving the ball back, so they're trying.
Selwyn Fanua off the edge on the blitz was able to break up that pass. Gaisford takes the snap, looks to the right side, back. Wilkinson down the sideline, makes a couple men miss all the way to the 35-yard line, a first down for American Fork.
Yeah, made Chachi Pan miss on that. Didn't wrap up all the way and then puts his shoulder down. Has a nice hit stick on one of the linebackers for West to get the first down.
13 receptions coming into this game this season for Cade Wilkinson, 228 yards and count them, 4 touchdowns through the air.
Kid's averaging 2 touchdowns per week already.
Gaisford back in the gun. Afu to his left. He'll fake the handoff, turn, fire across the middle.
Nice.
That is caught right near the sticks. It's going to be a first down.
Back to that previous play, one of the things he's done a great job of, and it's the hip new term, and it's a stat that all the receivers want. He's got a lot of yak. He gets a lot of yards after catch, and he did so on that last play.
Dave Ment moves the chains. Yard line in a 9-0 ball game, just about 9:20 to go here in the first half.
Keeping it simple right now, Bryce. Gafford making easy slants, running the ball like they need to. Let's see what happens.
Gaisford takes the snap. This one's tipped up, and it's caught by American Fork.
Better to be lucky than good.
Now, we do have a player
Cade
down
Wilkinson
on the field.
took a shot on that one.
Yeah, he took a hard shot.
Took a hard shot.
So Wilkinson is down. We just talked about him. The best wide receiver for the Cavemen. This is really unfortunate to see. Hopefully it's just wind knocked out of him.
He got his bell rung.
He got his bell rung on that one, Bryce. And the unfortunate one about that was the ball was just a little bit outstretched on his hands. And when you're focused as a defensive back, you're not looking at what's coming in front of you. You're trying to make that catch. And when the ball tipped off, by the time then you're on the ground and wondering what happened, he got the wind knocked out of him. But great catch by the other player to secure that. Now you're in the red zone.
And it's I think the clinical term is bell rung. I think that's in the American Medical Association definition.
Got his bell rung for sure, still down.
Well, we hope that he just sat up.
He got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, I'd much rather see that than a rung bell.
Got the coach.
So the ball will
the coach over there talking. Looks like he wants the flag.
The ball will be on the 9-yard line. It'll be first down for the Cavemen as we his troops back out on the field. Great opportunity for American Fork to get on the board. Currently a 9-0 ball game with 9:10 to go here in the second quarter. Once again, Afu to the left, three receiver set, trips out to the left side. Gaisford takes the snap. He'll hand off up the middle. Not a lot doing as a host of Panthers will tackle Afu. Just about a 1 or 2 yard gain.
We were almost right, Ron.
A little bit.
We were looking after that off that edge on the right-hand side because there was nobody out there, but he took it up the middle. Still, they got a few yards. Not a bad play. Anytime you get some positive yards, it's a good thing.
So we'll line up and do it again. Now here comes Luke Broadbent in the backfield. First time we've seen him in. It's mostly been Afu at that running back position. 3 receiver set to the left. Gaisford takes it over the middle. Caught for the touchdown. American Fork gets on the board. A nice pitch and catch from Gaisford to Cash Taisi.
Great route by Cash right there, Bryce. Got the defender on his hit. Nice slant route, got away. Kept the linebacker off in the end zone for 6.
Coach Manuela, the receivers coach, give him his dues. He likes it when his receivers run their routes correctly.
Lewis connects on. It is up and it is good. So that'll make it a 9-7 ball game. 8:14 to go in the second quarter. Ron, that was a beautiful touchdown drive.
Beautiful touchdown drive. And see, that's what we were talking about of what happens when you don't turn the football over. You got a consistent drive. Nice passing. Need to see a little bit more of the run, maybe establish just a little bit, but they were able to get it through the air. Cade Wilkinson was able to get some passes. Cash gets in for end zone. Bryce, American Fork is back in this ball game.
Definitely. Looking over there on the sideline, I don't think we're going to see our starting QB back yet. He's still walking around with that, still a little bit of a limp and no helmet, but he's trying. He's trying to will himself back in.
Fans stick around at halftime. We'll throw it back to the Salt Lake City studios and Martin Kelly waiting in the Les Schwab Tires studios for us to do a little halftime report. So we'll throw it to Martin Kelly once halftime comes around. About 8:14 left here in the second quarter.
It's time for me to get my tires replaced. I need to go to Les Schwab.
Check out their 60-day.
We'll go see Buckholter down the hooked up.
Hey, they've got a 60-day satisfaction guaranteed warranty. That's the best around. American Fork will kick it off. This one, boom, into the end zone, taken by West, but it'll be a touchback, and they'll get it at the 20-yard line.
Chachi's not going to run that one out.
No. I would like to see one of those guys do that just once, just to see what happens these days.
I could be wrong, Bryce. Maybe you can come back at halftime and they're keeping him out, but he's trying to make it work over there, Camden Lopati, and still no shoe and helmet. I don't know if it's going to work out for him.
Well, that's a big-time loss for this West offense at quarterback. Came into this game with 4 touchdowns on the season. He had 3 touchdowns versus Colquitt County when this West team made the trip out to Georgia. So Holly back in there at quarterback. If you're just joining us, Camden Lopati went down early.
Man, coming on late. They only had 10 guys on the field.
Down to 1.
Takes the snap. He'll hand it off. Up the middle goes Hamilton. Gain of, he got quite a few there.
Got a good push there at the end.
First down. That almost went from a delay of game penalty to now a 6-yard gain for West.
Coming off hurt now, too. He's holding his hand.
Might have got
shoulder. Looked like his shoulder.
7:49 and counting to go till halftime. A 9-7 ball game. West in the gun. Isaiah Holly takes the snap. He'll hand it off once again up the middle. They'll get close to the sticks. It's going to be a close one. It's right at that 30-yard line.
I think they're going to give it to him.
And yes, they are. It'll be a fresh set of downs.
And this is what you want, Bryce. You want to run right between those committed offensive linemen, those guys that are going to play at the college level. You're running right between that little inside zone action, getting it, and got the first down.
Clock continues to run after the chains are set, just about to 7:15. West on their own 30-yard line, trying to mount a drive, working from right to left as we see it and you hear it. Holly takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. A gang of cavemen in the backfield, and he turns it into a 3-yard gain.
Which looked like it was going to be a 3-yard loss. Made a guy miss, got 3 yards.
So the scamper off to the left side will make it 2nd and 7 for the Panthers. So the clock continues to run. No rush for this West offense. Play clock at about 15 seconds, and they'll take a look, a check with me offense.
And they have no timeouts.
Getting the play. Takes the delayed snap, and that's going to be
there was
a false start penalty on everybody except the center.
Chad said it earlier, Bryce. We talked about it. Not having timeouts. Can't get everybody set. It's biting them in the butt now.
Well, it's also part of the check with me offense. You saw a couple of linemen turn around and say, hey, what's the call? Asking the quarterback. You have a backup quarterback in there who doesn't run the offense. So it comes down to it. And you know, if you're going on a silent count, on a clap, whatever it may be, and just a little miscommunication there. So that'll back them up. 2nd and 12, 6 minutes on the clock. 9-7 ball game. Ball on the 28-yard line for West. Holly takes the snap, looks, delayed draw up the middle. He'll maybe get out to the 30, just about the 29-yard line.
And
Ron, going to give him a generous spot.
He has to throw here sometime because they're starting to cheat up now. They do not respect his arm, and they're starting to cheat. So even though he's getting 2 or 3
developing, Chicha Panda's in the slot. They've done it twice to him. They got bit the third time trying, but I see it happening. If that defensive back and that safety cheat, I guarantee Isaiah's going to go over the middle with it and connect. And there's nobody back.
Single wide receiver at the bottom of the field. Isaiah Holly takes the snap, looking to throw it. He'll throw out to the sideline. That is Hamilton. And easily into American Fork territory. Ball's on the ground, and American Fork recovers.
2 turnovers they've recovered so far this game.
Louis Hamilton with the ball out of the backfield, got it punched out from behind, and American Fork recovers.
That's so unfortunate right there, Bryce, because Isaiah made a difficult throw running with the linebacker coming out and makes a great ball, passes it to Hamilton. Hamilton gets another 15, 20 yards. But again, we talk about it, ball security. Not having that ball tucked away, defensive guy comes around, punches it away. American Fork's got the ball back and all the momentum.
Our guy's got his helmet and his shoe back on.
Momentum has shifted. It was all West in the first 5 to 10 minutes of this ball game, and now American Fork has the momentum. Gaseford in the gun. Hands it off up the middle to off yards. Clock continues to run under 5 minutes.
The American Fork crowd is into it too, Bryce, after that turnover. So you got the crowd on your side. Less than 5 minutes. You got your timeouts left. You got all 3 of them. Hey, it's all on you at this point.
It's a beautiful night here at American Fork High School. The sun setting on the mountains in front of us. On Friday Night Lights, finally back. Had some beautiful college football. University.
Fun game last night. Fun to see Cam Rising come back. It's kind of big tight end back in the game.
Not even
Great
just
game.
Utah with that. The biggest thing I know is the plays about the snap. See in the future, Isaac Wilson with a touchdown pass. That's something you're going to need to see.
Gaseford takes the snap, throws across the middle, complete to Cade Wilkinson for a first down and more, about a 20-yard gain.
After that hit, good to see him back in the ball game.
That's their leading receiver. 4 touchdowns on the year. Had a good Corner Canyon squad who knocked off IMG Academy last week.
Yeah, if you're American Fork and you knock off a top 5 opponent in the country.
Under 4 minutes to go. Gaseford, check with me on the sidelines. Gun. He'll look across the middle. Once again, Wilkinson. They're killing him on the slant route. That's out towards the sticks at the cavemen.
They don't want to get beat over the top right now, Bryce. So they're playing that hard cover 2. They're forcing them inside. And right now, Gaseford is just hitting them constantly. You got to make a quarterback do something different.
They're just playing pitch and catch.
Good so far. Afu comes back in. He's got his left arm in a cast. Afu does. He has casted up, and he's been running the rock for the cavemen. Gaseford takes the snap, looks over towards the sideline. A 50-50 ball. Who came down with it?
It's West. It's another TO.
Lava Vailahi, the 3-star.
And Ron, another ill-advised throw.
Another ill-advised throw. I know. And what did I say last play? Force him to do something different. They did. They gave him a different look. Lava's lined up there perfectly. Gaseford takes a chance. And I understand why, because Cade's been getting it going. You take the shot, but Lava's sitting on that. Gets up there before Cade even has a chance. Ball's going the other way now.
Lava Vailahi, a 3-star defensive back prospect, has offers from Hawaii and Iowa State. Fantastic out there at the defensive back position, and a great pick, a 50-50 ball.
And guess who's back in the game, Bryce?
Lopati takes the snap and will hand it off.
But you can see he's still limping.
He's still limping.
So he's not going to be the double threat, I don't think, here early till the adrenaline gets flowing. If I can say the word adrenaline gets
that
flowing.
Was Hamilton once again up the middle. He's been the bell cow for this West offense so far.
Yeah, right now, if you're American Fork, you want to escape with this, don't really worry about getting the ball back. Just make sure you get out of this with not letting up, a touchdown, a long play, or a field goal right now, especially with Lopati not being able to be as mobile.
2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. They'll take the snap, hand off once again to Hamilton off the left side, and you'll see a little bit one-dimensional with Lopati not able to pull it, run. American Fork realizes, hey, 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Let's take a timeout right here as it comes up at 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I agree. Smart timeout by the coach. You get a stop, take one. You have one timeout, and you're working with about 2 minutes left, depending on where you get the ball with the punt. And Cade probably going to make a nice return. It's blood in the water, as I like to say, Bryce, for American Fork right now. They smell it.
Excuse me, I say 3rd and 10. It'll be 3rd and 5 after this timeout. 2 minutes, 32 seconds to go. A 9-7 ball game. The Panthers lead.
But, Ron, we're going to have to see if they're listening to what you're saying and not cheat up. And I'm wondering if they're going to try to cheat up, assuming it's going to be a run. And if they get beat over the top, it's going to be interesting to see if that happens. Let's pay attention to that.
If I'm the head coach, this is exactly when I want to dial not my best player, but a play that is good, that's going to get him to cheat and take a shot. Lopati's not as mobile. It's 2 minutes left in the first half. Let's see what I can get, what look I can get. Pan's been dynamic over the middle. He's on the field right now. Isaiah Holly's on the field. What do we get?
If it falls incomplete, clock stops. Whereas you can run, force them to take another timeout to save some time. That's also something that's in play here. West will come back out. Lopati in the gun. Hamilton, fake handoff. Over the middle, his wide receiver's not looking at him. Pan hit him in the back of the head, and it falls incomplete.
Timing route, and he just threw it a little too early.
It looked like Chachi Pan was going to block the defender. He might have got the wrong play call.
I 100%, and that goes back to that miscommunication because Bryce is right. He was out there with his hands up and the ball hits him in the back of the helmet. Definitely was a miscommunication. Stops the clock, like you said. You don't have to burn a timeout, and now you got 2:30 left with 2 timeouts to go.
4th and 5. You got to think American Fork might be coming after this one as they line up on the line. Once again, Wilkinson back to return. A dangerous kick returner. Did it last week against Orem.
Ooh, almost another block. They're going to get one.
Yeah, this one, it looked like it might have gotten tipped because it ended up a little short, not even out to their own 40-yard line.
He didn't get it, but he forced him to get it off the side of his foot. So not a full kick. He didn't get his full foot on it, so he shanked it off to the right there a little bit. They're going to get through to him. I mean, that's 2 now that are way too close. If I'm West, I'm going to want to be working on that.
So Gaseford will trot out American Fork with the ball at their own, at the West 39-yard line heading in. A 9-7 ball game in a game that West has dominated throughout the first quarter, and now American Fork with the opportunity with this drive to take the lead right before half. Gaseford takes the snap, looks right. He's going to fire out towards the sidelines, got his guy up towards the 35, and a gang of tacklers takes him down. Dyson Richards on the reception.
Need to see the leadership right now from Gaseford right here. You got no need to rush. The clock is on. Run the ball. That was exactly what I was going to say. Get a run play. Tire him out.
2nd down, 5 to go. Afu off to the left side. 3 receiver set to the left. Gaseford snap and fire to the sideline. Complete. Nobody out there. And he'll run out of bounds close to the 25. 1:38. The clock stops.
Right now, definitely you have West playing some cover 4 action. They don't want any dangerous stuff when you got a guy like Kate Wilkinson who can get a lot of yards quickly. You got to come up.
And what that does is it makes a pass like that out into the flat almost like a run.
Now a 3 receiver set out to the right. 1 running snap. He'll look to the right. Steps up in the pocket. Dumps it off to his running back. Out to the 25, 20. And a flag flies. Might be a face mask.
Yeah, it's a face mask.
That is a backbreaker with 1:30 to go.
And we've been giving him a ton of credit for his passing so far. But mind you, that time, Milne.
Oh, man.
No, for American Fork.
Kate Wilkinson.
We've been giving him all the credit in the world for his receiving. He did a great job blocking that time. His blocking made it where they got that pass off and he got some extra yardage. So he's doing it all.
Got to. Any receiver that is a great as well. You saw that from Cato on that play. And here's the best part now. 1:30. You didn't have to burn a timeout because of the penalty. Now you're inside the 10. Run the ball.
You got options.
And remember, if you're tuning in over on the YouTube stream, apologies for the no video, but the clock, not exactly the game clock. It's not an official clock. We'll keep you updated as we go. Gaseford, snap, a screen play to the running back. Makes a man miss, makes 2 men miss, down to the 2-3, and pushes them in. Rugby scrum style, touchdown. Luke Broadbent on the reception out of the backfield.
Wow. That was a team TD. They picked him up and pushed him the rest of the way in.
Hey, the best team from South Africa in action tomorrow morning against the All Blacks. That was rugby style right there.
Hey, as a former rugby player from BYU, I can tell you that's exactly what
he was playing a little hooker.
You put the shoulder down, you keep the legs driving, and just what you love, Bryce, because Chad talked about this in our pregame. Left tackle was out, you got him back from concussion protocol. Know that the starting center guy and from the offensive line.
PAT is up and good from Connect, but a flag flies.
I'm telling you, laundry.
Yeah, there's been a lot of penalties. That if it stands, it'll make it 14-9 as American Fork takes the lead.
Some chirping going on, Bryce. Looks like
it'll be taken on the kickoff. Okay, you two, and be honest with me. With 5 minutes left in the first quarter, did you think we'd be seeing a 14-9 ball game? American Fork up on top.
I did not. I thought West was going to run away with it.
Do we have to say what kind of has stopped the momentum?
Yes.
Handon Lopachi getting injured, being out of the game, not being able to be
huge factor.
That has played a huge factor in the West offense.
Got to give that defensive American Fork credit because they could have just, mentally they just could have just snapped and been like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? We can't do anything right. But they've stuck with it and they worked hard.
Fans, remember to stick with us after the game. We'll get into the post-game show. We'll name a defensive player of the game brought to you by our friends over at Defense Drinks. You can use their coupon code, 20% off your order at defensedrinks.com. You can also check out our friends down in
Going to appreciate our rugby references.
That is right.
We will get a pat on the back for that from Johan and Linda. I'm sure they're both listening. They were listening last week, so
We appreciate
Johan,
all.
the rugby reference was for you, my friend.
Hey, he is a big Springboks fan, South African native.
Hey, Johan, we'll have to talk. I played rugby down there. If you like rugby scrum, I'm all about it.
So 1:21 to go. The kickoff will be from the West 45. And for Connect, this one, he might punt it.
What is he punting, Bryce?
He might hit the scoreboard with this one.
He's going to kick this one to Johan's store in Spanish Fork.
We will see if they try to get cheeky here with the kick. And no, they will just kick it right through the back of the end zone. That one almost getting out to the first lane of the track. That was a bomb.
Just got to hit the Waffle Love sign.
I think he took some off, too.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I think he did.
Of course, Utah Mr. Soccer for the 2024 year. Big time boot on Lewis Connect.
He has choices. Kid like that has choices. He can go on a football scholarship. He can get a soccer scholarship. It'll be interesting to see what happens with him the next week or two. And we'll have to stay on top of that and see what we can find out. And we'll have to follow because it's nice to have options at that age.
Local kid, what school does he maybe stay in state or go out of state to?
Yeah, he's got options in Seattle U, Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, UVU, BYU. He's got lots of options.
West takes the field. Lopati takes the snap, and he'll go down. A sack for American Fork. The first sack of the night for either team.
Number 19.
Puff coming in with the big-time tackle for the Cavemen.
Not being mobile a little longer.
Puffing and puffing to the quarterback.
Clock ticks beyond 1 minute, 14-9 ball game. I wonder if so deep in their own end, there's no rush in this Panthers offense.
And head into the halftime.
Yeah, they're going to lick their wounds and head to half.
Don't want to turn over right here. They got 2 timeouts. You don't want this to become a 17-9 ball
you
game.
don't. You don't.
Lopati takes the snap. He's going to drop back and pass. He'll throw it down the sideline, the far sideline, just out of the reach of his.
Saw him get his arm was holding it, and so both of them are back.
Jared Chase, the intended wide receiver, he's had a touchdown so far this season.
Bryce, I don't know how I feel about that play call on that. It's 3rd and 13 now. If you try to throw the ball again, you're in 4th and 13. American Fork has been close twice to blocking a punt. You're going to have to punt the ball. You can't turn over.
And here's the thing, too. If they run it now on 3rd down, and just American Fork's got enough timeouts, they can call timeout and force them to punt.
36 seconds, clock stopped. 3rd and 13 to go. Lopati back in the gun. 2 wide receivers to either side. Out wide. He'll take the snap, drops back to throw. It's a screen play. He dumps it off to the running back. He gets out past the 30-yard line. Close to the sticks, and I think he did get the first down. So, hey, a little bit, that worry.
Good play call.
As they take the snap and spike it.
I don't know if they were settled. I think it's going to be motion on the offense.
Flag flies, false start. That'll back them up. 25 seconds to go. At this point, just take a knee head to half if you're West. Any mistake on side of the field could be devastating.
It's coming back, too.
So that'll take him back to close to the 25, right about the 25-yard line. Yeah, the clock's running.
I just let the clock run out.
17 on the play clock.
The game clock is ahead of the play clock, so they should just let it run out.
Going to line up in the gun. They'll take the snap. He drops back to throw it. Chased off to the side. He'll toss it off outside of the tackle box.
Why?
Nobody in the area, but it gets back to the line of scrimmage, so there's no intentional grounding call.
Why put Camden in that situation is my question.
Yeah.
Just run the ball out.
Yeah, I don't. I'm scratching my head on that one.
We saw similar things happen at the end of the Colorado-North Dakota State game last night with Deion Sanders. Why are you throwing the football in this situation?
Run the ball, run the clock out.
We always have a lot of questions with Coach Sanders.
This time a little bit different of a scenario, and there's the kneel as they take it to the half. So at the half, 14-9, American Fork storms it. Ron, your thoughts on how the momentum shifted from West coming out, hitting them in the mouth, and now American Fork has the lead.
100%. I think the one thing game, not letting a touchdown happen, the second quarter, Bryce, and they got the run game going a little bit, and the pass game has been phenomenal. Kay Wilkinson has been the leader. Cash also getting in the end zone from the safety. Good start by American Fork.
Chad, really fast, your synopsis of the first half.
Discipline. I mean, that's what we started off talking about. That's what we're going to end talking about. It's discipline. And that really was the turning point in the game.
If you're joining us over on YouTube, you can head over to the ESPN 960 mobile app to hear the halftime show with Mart and Kelly, or you can turn on the 960 AM dial if you're out and about. Appreciate you joining us. You're listening to Friday Night Lights. We'll throw it back to the studio and Martin Kelly for the halftime show. American Fork leads it 14-9 at the half. We'll be back.
At PostNet, we offer quality printing, packing, and shipping services. But we pride ourselves most on the quality relationships we forged along the way. At PostNet, we're on a first-name basis with our customers. Stop by one of our Utah PostNet locations today. You'll be greeted with a friendly attitude, experienced professionals, and the very best service. When you need it done right, get into PostNet in Draper, North Salt Lake, Spanish Fork, and West Valley City, and let them design and print your next project, ship a package, and so much more. Find us at postnet.com.
Are you looking for equipment that works as hard as you do? Look no further than Intermountain Bobcat. Located in Orem, Ogden, and Salt Lake, we offer a wide range of Bobcat equipment. From compact tractors and mowers to loaders and excavators, we have what you need to get the job done right. Whether you're looking to buy or rent, the strength, toughness, and reliability of Bobcat equipment is perfect for your next construction or landscaping projects. Visit your local Intermountain Bobcat dealership and find equipment that can handle any job. Bobcat, one tough animal.
It stinks when your star receiver is doubtful. But you know what stinks even more? There's nothing worse than a terribly timed injury. That's why Defense laid it to reduce injury risk and speed up recovery for athletes. So while others are sidelined by injury, you'll be in the gym, real life. Use the promo code ESPN960 next defense purchase.
Right.
Small businesses, community advocates, and neighbors make up the fabric of our community. As a small business ourselves, PostNet gets to know our neighbors, and we work together to achieve success. We offer quality design, printing, packing, and shipping, but we pride ourselves most on the quality relationships we've forged along the way. At PostNet, we're on a first-name basis with our customers. Stop by PostNet today in Draper, North Salt Lake, Spanish Fork, or West Valley City to print your next project or ship a package. Find us at postnet.com.
ESPN 960 just got better. You can now listen to ESPN 960 up and down the entire Wasatch Front on the 105.1 HD2 dial. Valley Sports Talk with Bryce Larson, Cougar Sports with Ben Criddle, Kalani Sitaki, and BYU football. Todd Phillips and Utah Valley basketball, even Major League Baseball and NBA hoops. All of your favorite shows and events are now available on HD Radio. Now ESPN 960 and 105.1 HD2.
When you're watching your favorite football team, it really stinks when your star receiver is doubtful. But you know what stinks even more? When you are doubtful. There's nothing worse than a terribly timed injury. That's why defense drinks were scientifically formulated to reduce injury risk and speed up recovery for athletes. So while others are sidelined by injury, you'll be in the gym or on the court crushing it at real life. Use the promo code ESPN960 now to get 20% off your next defense purchase.
Listen to
And Niumatalolo, the head coach of, I want to go back to 2015 where
Anywhere, I was happy. You know, I've been in this profession long enough that the grass wasn't always greener. But when the BYU, being a member of the Church of Jesus, I knew that I wanted to take a look. But in the end, it had to work out for both sides. From their side and from my side. Ultimately, it didn't work out, but it worked out for the best. Kalani's doing an awesome job. Kalani's a good friend of mine. And like I said, I'm a spiritual person. I just believe that the Lord has a way of working things out, and it for them and at BYU with Kalani, and for me and my family.
To find out what was said next, Bryce Larson Podcast, anywhere you get your podcasts.
Are you looking for equipment that works as hard as you do? Look no further than Intermountain Bobcat. Located in Orem, Ogden, and Salt Lake, we offer a wide range of Bobcat equipment. From compact tractors and mowers to loaders and excavators, we have what you need to get the job done right. Whether you're looking to buy or rent, the strength, toughness, and reliability of Bobcat equipment is perfect for your next construction or landscaping projects. Visit your local Intermountain Bobcat dealership and find equipment that can handle any job. Bobcat, one tough animal.
PostNet, we offer quality printing, packing, and shipping service we forged along the way. At PostNet, we're on a first-name basis with our customers. Stop by one of our Utah PostNet locations today. You'll be greeted with a friendly attitude, experienced professionals, and the very best service. When you need it done right, get into PostNet in Draper, North Salt Lake, Spanish Fork, and West Valley City, and let them design and print your next project, ship a package, and so much more. Find us at postnet.com.
Are you looking for equipment that works as hard as you do? Look no further than Intermountain Bobcat. Located in Orem, Ogden, and Salt Lake, we offer a wide range of Bobcat equipment. From compact tractors and mowers to loaders and excavators, we have what you need to get the job done right. Whether you're looking to buy or rent, the strength, toughness, and reliability of Bobcat equipment is perfect for your next construction or landscaping projects. Visit your local Cat, one tough animal.
Watching your favorite football team, it really stinks when your star receiver is doubtful. But you know what stinks even more? When you are doubtful. There's nothing worse than a terribly timed injury. That's why defense drinks were scientifically formulated to reduce injury risk and speed up recovery for athletes. So while others are sidelined by injury, you'll be in the gym or on the court crushing it. At Real Life, use the promo code ESPN960 now to get 20% off your next defense purchase.
Right.
Small business to achieve success. We offer quality design, printing, packing, and shipping, but we pride ourselves most on the quality relationships we've forged along the way.
And Niamatalolo, the head coach of the San Jose State Spartans. I want to go back to 2015, where in the running to become the head coach at BYU.
I wasn't looking to go profession long enough that the grass wasn't always greener. But when the BYU opportunity came, it was different. Just being a member of the church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, it was different. So I knew that I wanted to take a look at it. The people there were awesome. But in the end, it had to work out for both sides. From their side and from my side. Ultimately, Klein's a good friend of mine. And like I said, I'm a spiritual person. I just believe it worked out for the best for both of us, and for me and my family.
To find out what was said next, download the Valley Sports Talk with Bryce Larson podcast anywhere you get your podcasts.
PostNet, we offer quality printing, packing, and shipping services, but we pride ourselves most on the quality relationships we forged along the way. At PostNet, we're on a first-name basis with our customers. Stop by one of our Utah PostNet locations today. You'll be greeted with a friendly attitude, experienced professionals, and the very best service. When you need it done right, get into PostNet in Draper, North Salt Lake, Spanish Fork, and West Valley City, and let them design and print your next project, ship a package, and so much more. Find us at postnet.com.
Works as hard as you do? Look no further than Intermountain Bobcat. Located in Orem, Ogden, and Salt Lake, we offer a wide range of Bobcat equipment. From compact tractors and mowers to loaders and excavators, we have what you need to get the job done right. Whether you're looking to buy or rent, the strength, toughness, and reliability of Bobcat equipment is perfect for your next construction or landscaping projects. Visit your local Intermountain Bobcat dealership and find equipment that can handle any job. Bobcat, one tough animal.
Watching your favorite football team, it really stinks when your star receiver is doubtful. But you know what stinks even more? When you are doubtful. There's nothing worse than a terribly timed injury. That's why defense drinks were scientifically formulated to reduce injury risk and speed up recovery for athletes. By injury, you'll be in the gym or on the court crushing it. At Real Life, use the promo code ESPN960 now to get 20% off your next defense purchase.
Right.
Small businesses, community advocate of our community. As a small business ourselves, PostNet gets to know our neighbors, and we work together to achieve success. We offer quality design, printing, packing, and shipping, but we pride ourselves most on the quality relationships we've forged along the way. At PostNet, we're on a first name. Buy PostNet today in Draper, North Salt Lake, Spanish Fork, or West Valley City to print your next project or ship a package. Find us at postnet.com.
And we welcome you back to American Fork High School. Bryce Larson alongside Ron Weaver III and Chad Saunders, a three-man booth for you. At the half, American Fork leads over the West Panthers 14-9 right here on the ESPN 960 AM dial. We are streaming live over on our YouTube page, just audio only at the moment, so you can keep it locked into the mobile app or on the 960 AM dial, whatever you're listening to. You can find us over on YouTube, audio only, streaming with the scoreboard and the clock there for you as well. Want to give a quick Bobcat. We've got defense drinks. We'll be picking our defense drinks defensive player of the game coming up here in our PostNet post-game show. And then we also have a couple others that we need to shout out at the moment. E3 Energy Cubes, as well as we are powered by Americans for Prosperity, Chad.
AFP Utah. And yeah, they love them some Bryce. So we're happy to have them powering our broadcast. They gave us a great charger so that we can keep all our stuff charged up and ready to go. So yeah, we appreciate that. E3 Energy Cubes, real energy, real from real food. Love them right now. If you go to their website, you can get with the code Back to School, the number 2, Back to School. You buy.
Beautiful.
So we've got some great sponsors. Les Schwab Tire, we've talked about our Les Schwab Studios. Martin's back there in the Les Schwab Studios.
And
we're grateful for all our sponsors.
As we get started for the second half, quickly, keys to the game. 3 keys brought to you by E3 Energy Cubes. Ron, give us some keys to the game for the second half.
Absolutely. I think if you're American Fork, you've been a great job of stopping the run. Continue to do that, play well along the defensive line. And if you're Gassford, I love how you're taking care of the football. Don't be careless. The quick slants, take the check down. If you keep doing that, American Fork is definitely going to be able to pull out the victory.
Getting ready for the kickoff to start the second half.
We have a different kicker. Oh, no. I thought it was, the punter's Chun. Sorry, my bad.
Oscar Peche getting set to kick things off for West.
Senior moment for me.
As something is flown into the end zone. So
one of the air guitars from there.
Clearing off the field, and we'll get ready. Here goes Peche kicking from right to left as you hear it and we see it. It's a short one. Bouncing around on the ground, and American Fork picks it up.
So that looked more like a guy taking a shot at a soccer goal and the goalie block and the goalie option by the American Fork player, but he had the presence of mind to get out there afterwards. But yeah, we talked about this early, Ron. Their kicking game, you got to have your head up on a swivel if you're American Fork, right, Ron?
That was a bullet.
So American Fork will take over. Gaisford in the gun. Afu to his right. The fake handoff throws over to the sideline. That one's just caught. Wilkinson scampers around close to.
We've got a personal foul.
Yeah, that was number 7 for American Fork. Again, we need to talk to these coaches about putting dark numbers on.
You were joking earlier.
No, I wasn't. I'm over here like, I can't really tell. That is 7 or a 2. I don't know.
So that will move American Fork well across the 50-yard line all the way to the 36 as they head in on the Panther side of the field. Man in motion, Gage left. He fakes the handoff, throws out to the right. It's picked off. Across the 50 to the 40, 30, 20. No one's going to touch him into the end zone. Touchdown, West. They take the lead on a pick 6.
More laundry. Wow. No.
Celebration.
What a read by Chachi Pan. We've talked about it the whole game. Knack for the football and offense. Now has a pick 6 in the right place at the right time. Read the out route that was coming, forced the quarterback because he got nervous to throw a pass early. House call.
Any defensive play that he's made tonight, I definitely think he is leading heading into the clubhouse for our defensive player of the game here early on.
So with the score, that'll make it a 15-14 ball game. And we did mention the flags were flying on the celebration.
Celebrations, yeah.
So that's going to back up the extra point attempt. I wonder, with the kicking struggles that West has had so far, I wonder if they don't just line up and go for it, even though it's going to be quite the distance.
I would go for 2. You make it a 3-point game.
I think before the penalty, yes. I think with you back up as far as you are, I think you kick and pray.
Well, the penalty's going to be assessed on the kickoff.
Oh, okay. Then maybe you go for it. I'd go. No, it's not. Make up your mind, boys. We need to know. We got a game to broadcast here.
Right. Bryce, I still would go for it on 2 because if you get it, it's a 3-point game, so I would go for it rather than 2, because if they kick a field goal.
Point here, I will take you down. Met Adam, the new owner this week. He was training at the Fizz by my house, and he just bought the franchise here in American Fork. If they go for the 2 points here.
All right, Lopati trotted out onto the field, and now there's still some confusion. It looks inside their own 20, about the 18-yard line. Lopati with 3 to the left, the short side of the field, 1 wide receiver up at the top of the field, just inside the 20-yard line.
Come on, Fizz drink.
Hamilton to his left. The snap drops back to pass. Looking over the middle. Fires. It's caught. Stopped at the 2-yard line. Won't get in. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
That's close enough. You get a 24 ounce.
Shout out to Isaiah Holly almost making it happen.
And he worked hard. I thought he was going to get there. I did.
Let's talk about something really quickly. I know Lopati likes to run first, but Bryce, let's talk about that zip right there. That was a really nice zip on the ball by Camden right there. I think if he can't run, I think you can have guys sit on routes, because if you're going to move the ball like that in the middle of the field, working on the out routes, you're still in this ball game.
Yeah, you definitely are. You definitely are. So that will keep the score at 15-14 with 11:10 to go. And now West will line it back up to go ahead and kick it back to American Fork. We have no idea what to expect when West lines up to kick.
We've seen an adventure so far.
Multiple squib kicks, a couple of onside. I'm surprised that American Fork still lines up in the traditional kick return set.
You almost have to, though. I mean, it's not like the pros or even college where you have a hands team that you can put out there.
Well, what, Bryce? Would it be funny if they actually lined up in the right formation for the kickoff and then he kicked it over?
Just pounds it. Just pounds it. It's dangerous. Foot meets leather. This one's a battle of West Panthers there across the 20. And that is where American Fork will start this drive. That was a line drive kick.
That was a respectable squib. Now we see if Gaither has a little bit of gunslinger in him. You can't. Is he gonna have a short memory? And will he come back out there and stay strong, or are they starting to get into his head a little bit?
Multiple interceptions thrown by Gaisford tonight. It's putting American Fork into a couple of bad situations. Back out onto the field. Wilkinson, lone receiver, off to the right side. A 3-receiver set to the left. 1 running back in the backfield. Gaisford will take the snap. He'll looks for Wilkinson. A double move down the sideline. Gets the ball to him, and it's caught across the 50. And he's taken down.
Again. The deuce. Making the catch.
Has had quite the night for the American Fork Cavemen.
Again, Wilkinson, nice inside release to him to the outside. Freezes him. And again, beautiful ball by Gaisford. We're talking about how does he respond? Well, Bryce, I think right out the gate, a go route. 35 yards is a great way to respond.
Where we normally will see Tawala and Vailahi. So a little bit of a change on the defensive side for West as Gaisford hands it off up the middle. Not a lot doing. It's going to be a loss of 2 yards on the run. I think that was Afu on the carry. We still haven't seen American Fork run the ball that often. They haven't really tried to establish the run yet. And that's dangerous when the fourth quarter comes around.
Absolutely. If you don't establish the run game when it gets to the final minutes and continuity, it's not going to go that way. And
just
the
that
passing
big
game
pass
is working, but it's like, and again, we've only seen him tonight run the football, Bryce. We haven't seen anybody else.
Gaisford back in the gun. Afu to his left. Two wide receivers on each side. He takes the snap, drops back, it's a pass. Rush almost gets there, gets the ball out. Once again, it's Wilkinson, but he's met right past the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 3.
Yeah, 3 yards. So it's a 3rd and 9.
9:30 to go here in the third quarter. A 15-14 ball game. Appreciate you joining us here on ESPN 960 1051 HD2 and over on our ESPN 960 YouTube stream. American Fork threatening now on the West 44, just barely across midfield from left to right as we see it and you hear it. Gaisford back in the gun. He takes the snap. He'll drop back, looks left. It's a wide receiver screen out. He breaks it, makes a man move, and scores. That is Miney. Whitfork goes back up 20-15.
We talked early about Yak being the new honor for receivers. He got a lot of yak on that one.
Great play call, Bryce. Screen you have to give credit. Credit to Cash, credit to Cade, credit to the offensive line. Everybody blocked Bryce, and then what the Miney was able to do is do the rest in the house.
Looks like American Fork will be lining up to go for 2. So Gaisford all alone in the backfield. A tight trips bunch to his right. One wide receiver out to his left. Gaisford takes the snap. He'll roll right towards that trips bunch to the back corner of the end zone, and it's picked off. So that will do it for the 2-point conversion. It'll keep it 20-15. A great defensive play by number 8, Jared Chase, on the defensive side of the football.
Great play.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Great play by Jared Chase on that. Found his receiver, found the ball on that. You'd like to see maybe a better play call with the trips of a guy maybe going. When all guys are running the same place, not a lot of room for the back to.
I was going to say, nice to see Chase back in the game. He went out injured earlier, and so it was good to see. He was holding his arm early on, and it's good to see him back in the ball game.
8:56 left on the clock here in the third quarter. 20-15 ball game, and it's been quite the back and forth affair. Gaisford got his wits about him, came back and led a great touchdown drive after the pick 6 by West the previous possession.
Great response by that. We talked about it. How does the quarterback respond at this young of age? Guess what? Out the gates, 35-yard pass to Cody Wilkinson. Then you throw the touchdown pass. I think he's got his momentum back.
American Fork lining it up to as the wind starts to come through, a slight breeze and a beautiful look at the backdrop that we're looking at. The sun finally down. This one kicked into the end zone once again by Connect. He's done a great job not allowing any West players to run back kicks tonight.
Kid has great form. He's got a strong leg. It's amazing. Specialty players have really become a thing now in high school football. It used to not be that way. You were a kicker, you were a punter, whatever, but you had to play another position as well. You had to be a linebacker, defensive back, wide receiver, something. But the specialty part of the game has really come a long way in the last 2 decades.
One developing storyline in this game is the health of Camden Lopati. Went down earlier in the game. He trots back out at the quarterback position. 2 wide receiver sets on each side. Hands the ball off. That's right up the middle to his man, Hamilton, and he gains just about 6 yards on first down. Make it 2nd and 4.
Great call coming out the gate. Way to get 4 yards.
West has done a great job establishing the run so far, and one thing that hurts them, he's the leading rusher. So he's going to affect this West offense the rest of the way, but they've been able to make do so far. Lopati takes the snap. He throws it out towards the sideline. A gang of cavemen there.
And Hawley did a great job catching that ball. But there's moral victories when you're on the defense. And they did a great job of collapsing on him and not letting him get anything extra. And Hawley has done a good job tonight of getting extra yardage.
If you're West, that's what you like, though. You're moving the chains.
Yeah, for sure.
So a fresh set of downs for the Panthers. 1st and 10 as we approach the 8-minute mark here in the third quarter. 3 wide receiver set out to the right. 1 man in the backfield. False start on West. That's going to back him up.
Looks like the right guard kind of raised up just a little early.
That one will go down on Jose Silva. the right guard for this West offense. So that stops the clock for the moment being, and now the clock will run as the chains get set. 1st and 15 now for the West Panthers. Lopati takes the snap, looks over towards the sideline, a screenplay set up. Catch is made back to the original line of scrimmage. Will set up 2nd and 2, and that one to Chachi Pan for a gain of 5.
Looks like it might be our leading defensive player of the game as well. Has been punting the football, catching, making tackles. That's a bright kid.
You love it when a kid can do everything. It's fun to watch.
It's been surprising to see the turnover battle won by West, but yet they're down 20-15 in this game. It's the offense trying to do work to get them back up. The snap, Lopati looks, finds his guy. That's
Flag.
Tawala towards the first down marker. But as Chad mentioned, a flag in the backfield, and it's going to be a block below the waist, it looks like.
I think you're right, but I'm laughing at the American Fork defensive lineman. It's going that way. It's going that way.
Again, Bryce, mental errors that kills. I think that's why West's probably down right now is they've won the turnover battle, but they get it, the false starts.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, but that penalty due to one guy being engaged as the blocker and another guy coming in and taking out his knees.
Yeah.
Too many injuries. Too many injuries.
You maybe would get away with it, but they're watching that stuff like a hawk now.
That player safety, a good thing here in high school football. Under 7 minutes to go. 2nd and 26 after the unsportsmanlike penalty. Lopati takes the snap over to Tawala. He immediately catches it, falls near the 20.
Good hands right there for a low ball. This is tough. Like 3rd and 21, 6.5 left to play in the third. What's your play?
You might go back to the screenplay, maybe a delayed draw in this situation.
I think that little screen, I think you're right.
So we'll see. You want to get it out to your playmaker, either Isaiah Holly or Chachi Pan, and we'll see. To bottom, now a 3-receiver set up to the top. Lopati takes the snap, fires across the middle, caught, but not enough for the first down. Just about out to the 35-yard line is where they'll give him the forward to a 4th and 6
Good
situation.
Good play. Good solid play.
It was a great job by the American Fork defense to not allow anything behind them, keep it all in front of them, and then come up and make the tackle. So now on to punt for West is that man, Chachi Pan. A couple of different times, American Fork has been close to getting the block. We'll see how the snap is. Little movement along the West offensive line, a missed call there, and Chachi Pan gets it off. Will take it off the bounce, but won't get past the 30-yard line until he's taken down. So
okay,
a little bit of a dangerous.
81, I don't know who 81 is, but that was a tackle. Give him all the credit in the world on that one.
Powell Fonoti on the play in the stop there for the West Panthers. So American Fork will now take over on offense, up 20-15, 5:08 to go.
Now to extend your lead, a good opportunity now because you got the lead to establish a flag. Got a flag on the play.
Sideline warning.
On West.
On West. That's the second time that's the first time the penalty has happened. You had one warning earlier that they gave the coach when he was on the field, so they warned him. So that's the refs being accountable.
That is Weaver the third.
And that's a 15-yarder.
See, again, and I think when West looks back at the film in this game, they're going to look at if they end up losing this game, they could have won it, but penalties are the reason why.
We talked about it earlier.